Oluoma had started working at EJIKE Holdings only a few months ago, and she still felt like a small fish in a very large pond. The company's headquarters, a towering building in the heart of Lagos, hummed with energy every day. She was diligent, focused, and determined to prove herself, but as one of the newer employees, she preferred to keep a low profile, focusing on her work and learning the ropes quietly. Then, the company landed a massive deal with an international client, a high-stakes project that required absolute precision and top-tier talent. To her surprise, Oluoma was added to the project team under the lead of EJIKE, the company's renowned head of operations. EJIKE was known for his high standards, sharp mind, and the kind of presence that made everyone sit up straighter when he entered the room. He was tall, with an aura of confidence and authority, and his dark eyes held an intensity that could be intimidating. People respected him deeply, but there was a mystique to him that few understood. At first, Oluoma kept her head down and did her best to contribute. She knew that being part of a project led by EJIKE was a golden opportunity, so she poured every ounce of her energy into the work. She stayed late, double-checked every figure, and found innovative ways to solve complex issues that the team encountered. Soon, EJIKE noticed her contributions. In one of the first team meetings, he turned his gaze on her, his expression thoughtful. "Oluoma, the analysis you provided was excellent," he said, his deep voice resonating in the room. "Your attention to detail is exactly what we need here." Her heart skipped a beat. She looked up, meeting his eyes, feeling a mix of surprise and pride. "Thank you, sir," she managed to reply, her voice steady even as she felt butterflies. After that day, EJIKE began stopping by her desk more often. He'd ask about her work, offer feedback, and even ask her opinion on strategy decisions. Their conversations initially stayed focused on the project, but slowly, their interactions grew less formal. He'd make a joke, and she'd laugh, or she'd bring up a fresh perspective that made him pause and smile with appreciation. One evening, the office was quiet. Most people had gone home, but Oluoma was still at her desk, sorting through data reports. She was so absorbed in her work that she didn't notice EJIKE standing nearby until he cleared his throat softly. Startled, she looked up to find him watching her with a small, gentle smile. "Still here?" he asked, glancing at the stack of papers on her desk. "You're working harder than anyone else." Oluoma blushed. "Just trying to keep up," she replied with a smile. "This project is important. I want to do my best." EJIKE nodded approvingly. "It's impressive. But it's also late, and it's pouring rain outside. Let me drive you home." She hesitated, her heart racing at the thought. Yet, there was something in his tone, gentle but firm, that made it hard to refuse. "Thank you, sir. I'll take you up on that." As they walked through the quiet office to the parking garage, the rain echoed against the high windows, creating a cozy yet charged atmosphere. They reached his car, a sleek black SUV, and settled inside. As he pulled into the road, the conversation started slowly, but soon it felt easy, as if they'd known each other for much longer. They talked about family, about growing up in different parts of Nigeria, she in a small, lush village in the east, him in the vibrant, chaotic city of Port Harcourt. His stories about his siblings, his mother's cooking, and the neighborhood games brought warmth to the car, and she found herself laughing and feeling unexpectedly comfortable. By the time they arrived at her building, they both felt reluctant to end the night. She looked at him, a question lingering in her eyes, but she only said, "Thank you again, sir. I appreciate the ride." "My pleasure, Oluoma," he replied, his gaze holding hers for a moment too long. From that night on, their late evenings became more frequent. They'd often be the last two people in the office, walking side by side as the city lights sparkled outside the windows. Over time, their professional conversations transformed into something more personal. He shared his dreams for the company, his frustrations, and even his doubts, a side he showed to no one else. She opened up about her family, her aspirations, and the little joys she found in the everyday. They began sharing meals, with oluoma occasionally bringing in dishes her mother would send from home. He savored every bite, his face lighting up as he told her how much her food reminded him of his mother's cooking. One evening, as they were wrapping up a long day, EJIKE walked her to the elevator. They stood in silence, but the air between them felt charged. Just as the doors closed, he took her hand, his touch gentle but steady, his gaze intense. "Oluoma, I can't pretend this is just work anymore," he murmured, his voice a low rumble. "I feel something for you, something I haven't felt in a very long time." Her breath caught. She felt her heart race, knowing that this was more than just a passing moment. She looked up, her voice barely a whisper. "EJIKE, I feel it too." Without another word, he leaned in, his lips meeting hers in a soft, lingering kiss. The world seemed to disappear around them, leaving only the two of them in that perfect, stolen moment. From then on, their relationship blossomed, albeit in secret. In meetings, they exchanged subtle glances, and during team lunches, their hands would brush, sending small sparks through her. They found hidden corners to share stolen moments, and on weekends, they'd slip away to quiet spots in the city, where they could be themselves, laughing and talking without anyone else around. They visited local art galleries, strolled through quiet parks, and sat by the beach under the stars, sharing dreams and hopes as the waves crashed gently nearby. One evening, he took her to his family's country home, a charming, rustic place overlooking fields of lush greenery. They stood on the balcony, the sun setting in vibrant hues of orange and pink. He held her close, and she felt safe in his arms, her heart full. He looked at her, his expression serious but filled with warmth. "I don't want to hide anymore," he said softly. "I want us to be together, out in the open." With his hand in hers, they decided to reveal their relationship to the company. When they announced it, their colleagues were surprised, but the respect they had earned made acceptance easier. Their bond became a source of inspiration for those around them, a testament to the power of love and mutual respect. Oluoma and EJIKE's journey wasn't just a romance, it was a partnership. They supported each other through challenges, celebrated each other's wins, and built a future together, hand in hand. Their love story continued to blossom, one late night, one gentle smile, and one quiet moment at a time.